We are taken to the skies this morning with the FSU Flying High Circus. Joining us this morning, some of the performers from the show. We have Nico Ferreira and Megan Conan here. Thank you both so much for being here. Looking absolutely fabulous. Maybe a couple of us got to see the special Halloween shows last weekend. 2 sold-out shows, but we have another chance. What is it about this Halloween show? It's a little bit different than the other circuses we've seen.
Definitely. I think the Halloween shows are just an opportunity for us to go the full mile and just go wild with our makeup, with our theatrics. We have a really fun time getting into character and just taking on these roles. This
is something you really get to, I have to imagine when you're putting the costume on, when you're putting the makeup on, you kind of embody the character that you're being. So, what are each of your roles in the show?
So right now I'm dressed up as Cleopatra. So definitely keeping a straight face, which can be hard when you're performing, and just taking on that role of being like in the spotlight and you're just in charge, calling all the shots.
And Nico, what do you get to do in the show?
I'm a skeleton, which is the flying trapeze overall theme, so I'm the catcher. So yeah, a lot of it's just getting used to, having the makeup or the weird costume and kind of rides up on your neck, but a lot of it, like we were saying, it's iconic. It's so much more exciting for a kid to come to the show and see maybe a vampire, or Frankenstein, or Cleopatra, like an icon they've grown up with.
This is something anytime the FSU Flying High Circus puts on a show, it's just incredible. I mean, you guys are students and you're doing all of this, professional level stuff. What does it take to put on these amazing shows for crowds all over the place?
I would definitely say that teamwork is the most important aspect. Especially trusting your partners, trusting in the coaches, but it's not just the performers, it's all the backstage help and our production team. You really can't do it without everybody.
And this is, we kind of get to see it up close and personal. We were looking at some pictures there from the show. It looked like we had a little thriller going on as well.
Oh, yeah.
We can get the whole audience moving and grooving, right? Oh, yeah. Any others, we don't want to give away too many surprises, but anything else maybe that the people at home, especially if the kids are coming out tomorrow, anything exciting that they should be on the lookout for? I mean, besides the whole show, right?
Yeah, I would say mostly it's just those icons you're going to recognize. Like, you never know, maybe what you're being for Halloween is going to be one of our costumes too.
Hey, and then maybe you could get some ideas, let me try to try to jump around and do those kind of things. Yeah. Just have a lot of cushions, kids, if you're trying to do that at home. It might not be so safe, right? Yeah. Hey, here is your chance to see the FSU Flying High Circus special Haunted Harvest performance. One more chance coming up tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Tickets are on sale now. I would say don't wait, because you had the 2 sold-out shows last weekend, which have to be amazing when you're performing and look around and you don't see an empty seat in the house.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Let's do it again tomorrow. Right? All those details on your screen and, of course, on our website, WTXL.tv. Thank you both so much for being here.
Absolutely.
We really, really appreciate it. Don't go away. We are back in just 2 minutes. It's 6:56, time to get you informed and out the door. News happening from across Georgia this morning. Federal prosecutors investigating the death of Kendrick Johnson, asking a judge to hold off on hearing a civil suit filed by his parents. Federal authorities began their investigation in October 2013, right after the Lowndes County Sheriff's Office ruled his death an accident. Well, earlier this month, the Justice Department filed an order asking the collection of evidence for the civil suit be put on hold for 6 months. Still, though, depositions began on Monday. In your news from up and down Florida now, a man suspected of killing a Wakulla County woman now officially being charged in her death. Charles Brow facing a charge of second-degree murder as well as possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Deputies say he admitted to killing his girlfriend, 41-year-old Laura Wilkins. On Sunday, deputies found Wilkins shot to death inside her home. Officials say Brow has an extensive criminal history. He was arrested earlier this year for domestic violence. A Rickards High School student behind bars after another student says she was sexually assaulted. Dakaya Anderson being charged with lewd and lascivious battery. On Monday, the victim reported she had been sexually assaulted while on campus. Anderson turned himself in. The Leon County Sheriff's Office is leading the investigation. And the Tallahassee City Commission set to vote later today on a grant that would help the police department keep up rape kit testing. Rape kits often performed at the victim's request and sent off to be analyzed, but TPD has about 200 kits on backlog. Well, thanks to a $160,000 grant from the state of New York, they'll soon have the funding to test the kits that have been sitting around. 6:58, what to wear weather today. Max, what do we got?
A few more soggy spots out there. Not going to be as persistent of a rain that we saw on Tuesday, but still on and off rainfall definitely possible. Ending right around sunset. So today's the last active day. Tomorrow we quiet things down. Still talking about a relatively warm setup though, with high temps in the mid-80s. So rather warm indeed, a little bit above average to end the month of October by about 5 or 6 degrees. Halloween day looking rather warm with numbers in the mid-80s. By the time the kids are going out trick-or-treating, temps will be in the upper 70s to mid-70s. Very comfortable conditions for sure. And we're also talking about the fact that there's no rain. That's good news. That's going to be the 6th year in a row with no actual rainfall to talk about for your Halloween. Then we turn the clocks back by an hour heading into Sunday morning, so don't forget to do that, or else we'll be heading to church an hour early or late. I forget how the math works on that. But then we have a little bit of rainfall to greet us heading back to work on Monday. So that'll be our next weather system. Until then, though, beyond today, quieting down for sure.
Hey, another look out on the roads here. You can see a couple of slick spots, maybe some rain coming down right now as you are starting your day. We haven't had any local accidents being reported, so that has helped keep drive times pretty average, but still be prepared to give yourself a couple of extra minutes and slow down in some of those slick spots. Anytime the wipers are on, be sure you keep your headlights on as well. Hey, Halloween week, kicking it into full gear, right? We have these little baby pumpkins now. They have spawned a new one.
And Big Papa Pumpkin. Papa Max.
Big Papa Pumpkin, which is Max's face, which I think you're going to be
just like me.
You're going to be terrorizing us, everyone in the newsroom with that all day long.
It's a good look. It'll be looming over all the other meteorologists in the weather center.
We're expecting it, right? Hey, the Halloween fun continues right now on WTXL.TV for Second Cup. Have a great day.
Forever dancing.
Love
here.
it. Welcome here to Second Cup only on WTXL.TV. I'm Kelly Bartoli.
And I am Max Paris. Thank you for joining us. And this is Mini Max.
Right. This is also Max here. And we started out with these little guys.
Yeah, and they've grown into something great.
You've grown. Have you been eating differently?
I
You've been working out?
Yeah, I look pretty good there.
Hey,
better than the real thing, I think.
Listen, you only have a couple days left before Halloween, so if you have not watched Hocus Pocus yet, what are you waiting for?
What are you doing with
Now, listen, I know you were a huge Charlie Brown fan.
Yeah,
so,
I have it on DVR still.
How does Hocus Pocus rank with It's a Great Pumpkin?
You know, they actually went head-to-head last year in our movie contest, sort of like March Madness, but it was a Halloween Madness sort of thing. I ended up voting for, because it was more of a classic, Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
That's a good one. They're just so different, but I love
like,
Hocus
how can
Pocus.
you even vote between them?
Okay, check this out here. Our producer Morgan Moore actually shot this down at Disney World because they have a special hocus pocus, I think they call it like a villain spooktacular.
Ooh.
So they have 3 actresses who look just like Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy when they put the costumes on and they have the makeup. So they have like this little, it's like a 15-minute show outside of the castle at Magic Kingdom, and they invite like the other villains there. So like Cruella de Vil shows up.
I see the big green. What's that green goblin thingy from?
That one movie. And
it's
Jafar's
from
back
Tangled,
there. Oh,
yeah. Right?
Jafar's back there jamming, so it was really fun.
And you have the one from the Sleeping Beauty.
Maleficent was there.
There you go. Yeah.
And so they obviously they have like, you know, a little bit of a different story, but then at the end they do the I put a spell on you.
Oh, too fun.
It was so good. And it's funny because there's a line when she says, H-double hockey sticks. Ooh. So for Disney, she has to say heck, and so she kind of like makes a little face like.
That's not really what it's supposed to be. Because it doesn't rhyme with whatever
word.
So
let's see how much we remember this.
Okay, I haven't seen this movie. Last year I saw this movie.
How many years ago did the witches die? 100, 200, 300.
Okay, I'm 1600, so 300?
300 years, yeah, because it was 93 and it was 1693.
Okay.
Boom, that was a pretty good one.
Solid 300.
We're off to a good start.
1993 is when the movie came out?
Isn't that gross?
Wow.
What are Winnie's last words? Sisters,
Sisters,
book, or I'll get you?
Which one's Winnie?
Bette Midler with the red hair.
I think sisters. I can see that.
I'm gonna say book. Yeah.
A little more random.
Well, because remember the book's eye like opens up again at the very end of the movie.
Maybe.
You gotta watch it again.
I don't know.
What shaved into the back of his head? Dice, cool, or ice? I know this one.
I forget. Ice?
Ice, yeah, because that's his name.
Yeah.
Because he calls him like Marvin or whatever, and he's like, yo, it's ice.
It's ice.
That's kind of how he says it, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Good impression.
What color is the flame of the witch's candle? Black, purple, or orange?
Purple?
No, the black flame candle.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Max, you need to like go back and rewatch this movie.
You know what's crazy about this movie is when I watched it last year, that was my first time seeing it.
What?
I know, right?
What? I'm gonna smash your pumpkin head right now.
Don't get all Billy Corrigan on my pumpkin right now.
Nice, I like that.
Thank you.
What is Thackeray's sister's name? Elizabeth, Eleanor, or Emily?
Emily?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. What could it be?
It's just like you are the one that actually gets...
I've seen this movie so many times.
She swears she didn't actually put this segment together.
I
This
didn't.
was behind the scenes. We're doing this fresh and new, but she just knows all the answers.
I love this
I feel like you
movie.
just usually win these question answer Q&A.
I'm pretty good. Like, I'm wasting too much brain space.
After their brooms are stolen, who rides a mop? Oh, the large one. Who's the large one?
You mean Mary, but she didn't. It was Sarah. Mary rides the vacuum.
Oh, how dare I?
Jeez, get your cleaning products correct.
I love that part. I thought that was hilarious.
Listen,
please don't smash this pumpkin.
Okay, so you know
people who can we talk? Can we publicize a little bit of who actually did this?
Firehouse Gallery. Allie White comes on for Pinterest Party sometimes on the show, and she painted some pumpkins as well with us. And then another colleague of hers there. This is what they painted.
It's amazing for sure.
Staring at
Watch
pictures
the
of
Pinterest party.
Kind of a nice surprise for you,
right? It was
right?
hilarious. Yeah.
Your Halloween. You thought you only got candy trick or treating.
Now I got a face
now
of
you have
myself.
yourself. And we're all gonna have nightmares for Halloween.
All right, upper 60s and low 70s today. Look at that, a solid 15 degrees above average. But the bigger weather story is going to be that fog and light rain, kind of persistent on and off throughout the course of the day. Definitely plenty of dry spots as well, and a few sun rays will get on through, and that'll heat us up into the mid-80s before we quiet down overnight. Your trick-or-treat forecast, the last 5 years have been dry. It's going to be dry once again with temps in the 70s by the time kids are going out and about. Here's your 7-day forecast.